At Kiva Volleyball, the support is everywhere. The flowers, the cards, the calls.
It's been amazing. I mean, the number of texts and emails and phone calls I've gotten since the accident, I mean, it's been enormous. You know, the volleyball community reaches far and wide, and it's so true. I mean, obviously around here, the number of people that turned out for the procession when they brought them back to Louisville. The funeral home attendance, the visitations, I mean, and I was at Carrie's for a good while, and I know there were people coming in that they didn't know Carrie and they didn't know Casey, but they've been a part of what they have been a part of.
Ron Cordes has been coaching travel volleyball for nearly 40 years.
I've thought about it so many times. We're on the road a lot. You know, you just count your blessings that nothing has happened, you know, and obviously, I guess I don't know how you can describe what happened, because if they'd spent 3 more minutes at the gas station, they were going 5 miles an hour faster or slower. God wanted the 4 of them, I guess is all you can say. And, you know, it's obviously the worst day in my volleyball career. And I hope to never see anything like it again.
The connections woven through this tragedy are tight. Carrie McCall was like another daughter to Ron, a best friend to his daughter Ann. He coached them both at St. Raphael Grade School and at Assumption High School. There was never a dull moment.
Energy is just a great adjective to use with Carrie. I never saw her without any. She was always going to be the life of the party. I never knew her to be, as an adult, to be in a bad mood. You know, it's just always cheerful. Just those are the kind of people you want to be around that make you feel good.
Leslie Prather was a longtime Kiva coach, a multi-sport athlete at PRP High School who played volleyball at the University of Louisville.
Leslie was, I would say, a fierce competitor on the court. She wanted to do was beat you, you know, but you come off, and I don't know that you found anybody any warmer and open and sweet. She would do some lessons in here, and I may walk through the gym, and she would stop what she's doing. She would come over with a great big smile she had, beautiful smile, and just, she was going to give you a hug, you know, and so that's the kind of person she was.
Courtney Dixon coached Casey and Ryan at Kiva 12 Red, and she played for Leslie at Kiva in high school.
I always told Leslie that I hoped one day that I could be a wife and mother like Leslie was, and she was truly superwoman, and as was Carrie. And getting to know both of them, having their daughters, it was truly an honor for me to coach both of them.
And Ryan and Casey had such an impact on their young teammates.
They were talking about whether we were going to play out there or not, and one of the kids said, I think at that time, well, who's going to tell us where to go on the court? I think that was Casey doing that, and I think Ryan provided the fire in that team, which would have been Leslie, you know, and so, yeah, there's no question they were both so much like their moms.
Ryan was sassy and witty and seen as the mom of the team.
The kids, they almost idolized Ryan, and I think they looked up to her in that mom role. And, you know, she was the glue of the team in regards to play, because she was very, very talented, but she was the glue to that team in terms of her compassion and love for everyone, just like her mother was.
And Casey was a young leader, known for her work ethic.
The amount of volleyball knowledge and IQ that child had at 12 years old was truly incredible. One of the girls on our team, the first thing she said Saturday morning was, "Who's going to tell us where to go?" Because, I mean, Casey was like a little sergeant out there. They were the captains, they never came off the floor, their ability to see when a child was being left out or a child didn't feel comfortable speaking up or bringing themselves into the conversation, it was so unreal for Jackie and I to sit back and watch two 12-year-olds pull kids into a group, and without us even asking.
Kiva brought in a counselor to help the girls deal with not only their grief, but also their anger. And even then, they imagined what their friends would do.
Casey has inspired the kids remaining on 12 Red to forgive what has happened. That's been a constant conversation about they're angry, why did this happen, you know, why were they there at this time, and a lot of questioning on that. And one little girl said, Casey would want us to forgive that this had happened, or forgive this man for the crash. One of the kids said yesterday, it's changed how I've treated my mom. I've told her every day that I loved her. And obviously that's, you know, tough to hear, but as a horrific tragedy as this is, the amount of love and support and different perspective that these kids now have on life and how short life can be. And, you know, some of these kids have started Be Like Ryan or Live Like Casey, different things where they're doing things that they know they would have done.
It certainly has changed my thoughts on just how fascinating these young girls are and the things they can deal with and then the way they respond to it. And, you know, it's been amazing.